it's Jeff, and I want to congratulate you for making it to my March live art show and sale. I'm going to go through a few of the ground rules for the sale first. First off, if you want to follow the catalog for this sale, it's on my website, which is www.geoformphotography.com, and the landing page tonight will be the catalog for the show. I'm going to keep it up there for 24 hours, so you can purchase things at sale prices for up to 24 hours from now. So let's dive into the show. The first item I want to talk about is this item up here. It's called the Peacock Arabesque. And the Peacock Arabesque is a canvas stretched around a round stretcher frame. And it is a ballerina standing in an arabesque pose, multiple times being twisted and pulled and looped around until you got this very geometric mandala. I'm going to call this a mandala. This piece took quite a while to develop. I did a single color piece and I just thought it needed more color. And after I got to the color you see here, that's where the idea for Peacock came in. Peacock Arabesque is normally $190, but today on sale at the sale price of $152. Our next item, you can follow me, that's fine, is over here, and it is called Crack the Whip. Crack the Whip is a model doing a jump in the air, and her arms were out, and I just connected the model in the series following where her fingertips would reach the other fingertips. And when I got it done and started rotating it, I noticed it looked a lot like Homer's Snap the Whip. The very interesting painting of children playing, but I just like that whole idea of interconnecting the figures. I have this piece hanging on a diamond shape, but it's built to be hanging square if you'd rather hang it square. It's on premium paper. It's a 14-inch print, but with the frame and matting it comes out to 22 inches. The price on the Crack the Whip is $327. It's ready to hang. I want to also mention all these items I'm selling tonight will be signed and dated by the artist and also numbered as an original 1 out of 25. This one is actually going to be number 1 out of 25. So the sale price on Crack the Whip is only $261. It'll be available at that price for 24 hours. Crack the Whip, item number 2. Item number 3 is over here. So item number 3 is called Crystal Color, and Crystal Color is printed on acrylic. And the nice thing about acrylic is the great color saturation you get compared to a canvas or paper. The second thing I like about it is you get more detail. I'm not even sure why, but you do. So this is a very detailed and colorful piece. It's due to the fact that it is being printed on acrylic. The bad side of acrylic is it can be a little expensive, but it's well worth it if you're into color and detail. So this piece is a 24-inch piece, circle cut. This is cut with a laser, so the actual cutting of the piece is rather expensive. It adds like $90 to the piece. This piece is actually $466. This is on sale tonight for $372. For the next 24 hours, $372. Crystal Color. Just love the color in this, it's gorgeous. Item number 4. All right, the next piece is item number 4. Item number 4 is called Quasar. The model in this piece was kind of interesting. I hired her years and years ago, and I was making sculptures back then, and that was really all I was doing. And the whole session I had with her, her poses were real stiff and wooden, and they really didn't work well for sculptures. But I found when I started doing these very geometric and math-based mandalas that her very wooden poses actually worked in my favor. So I'm glad I still have these on hand. One of the nice things about this particular pose is her body form. She was a bodybuilder, and I really liked the pulsation effect that's going on with every part of her body. And once I got it into this design, I took it one step further by adding the lighting effect that made it even pulsate more, and hence the name Quasar. So Quasar is a 14-inch by 14-inch print, again with the frame and mat, brings it up to 22 inches. It's $327 normally, but it's on sale right now for $261. $261 Quasar. Number 5 is called Front to Back. Front to Back is printed on metal. What's nice about metal, it's very similar to the acrylic we saw earlier. It's really good with color saturation and with detail. What I really like about this piece is the fact that the printer hit the colors I was using really well. It was supposed to be very soft and pastel, and when I opened the box and saw this, I went, oh wow, that's just exactly what I saw in my mind. So it looks a lot like acrylic and acts a lot like acrylic, but it's cheaper. This piece is a 16-inch by 16-inch print. What I have it hanging here in the diamond shape again because I believe it gives the image a little more power. But also, if you look at these images on either side, they're 22 inches by 22 inches. This fills up the same amount of space. So if you're looking to spend a little more money on the material, this might be the way to hang an item to take advantage of that. What also goes in the favor of this is that all my prints don't have a top or bottom, so it doesn't matter how you hang. Front to back is normally $196, but it's on sale tonight for $156. 16 inches by 16 inches, front to back, $156. The next item is another traditionally framed and matted piece, and it's one of my oldest pieces. This is one of the very first pieces I actually created. It was from a black and white image, and I colorized it. It's called The Wheel in the Sky. It was when I was first working with mandalas and math from nature. I like to call it that because it's trying real hard to replicate flowers and things like that using the math that nature uses, and you ended up with something like this. So Wheel in the Sky came together with me taking a black and white image, colorizing it, building the mandala, and then the last step was adding the cloud pattern in the background. The cloud pattern really, I think, brought this together. It starts feeling like a Magritte painting in a way, and I really appreciate that. So this one again is the 14-inch by 14-inch print, 22 inches overall with the matting and frame, and it's normally $327, but tonight it's $261. So next, now this one this one might have trouble finding a place to film it.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, this is good. If you can scoot in a little more, I can get you. Yeah, carry on.
Okay, item number 7 is called Afterthought, and Afterthought is printed on metallized paper. What's really cool about the metallized paper is the ink reacts to it really well, so you get really solid, rich blacks, and then the highlights are where the metal shows through. So if you have it hanging in the right place and you walk by, it'll actually kind of flash at you. You'll see the light roll over it. It's just gorgeous. The piece is called Afterthought because this piece is made up totally of yoga poses. What I really like about the yoga poses shows power and still shows a lot of beautiful shapes, convex and concave shapes, but they also show the body off well. What I was doing with this piece was building a panel shape out of body forms, and I needed one more shape, and it turns out the shape I used is no longer a yoga pose, and that's where this gets its name, Afterthought, because it was an afterthought to add a pose that wasn't a yoga pose. Afterthought is a 12-inch by 12-inch print. The overall size with the mat and frame is 20 inches. It's normally $270, but today on sale for $216. $216 Afterthought. So let's go on to number 8. Number 8 is called the Plastic Dream, and it is on a 36 by 36 inch foam core base. I think this piece would look really cool if you had a very soft blue floating frame put on it. I think it would really pull the piece together. This was early on as well. I did this maybe 5 years ago. It was a part of the Minion series, and it's just a big grouping of female figure forms all piled up together. I used a lot of filters and layering effects and even a painterly filter on this to get this piece to really kind of fall together and become a more unified, holistic piece. I really like the color work in this. This one's actually a bestseller. I think I've sold more of this image than any other image. The Plastic Dream is normally $198, but tonight it's on sale for $164. $164, item number 8, the Plastic Dream. Number 9, the Dandelion, is another fan favorite. I've sold a couple of these. I really like this piece. It's just black and white, printed on a canvas stretched around a square frame, 24 inches by 24 inches. So it's a very simple concept here. It looks like a dandelion going to seed, and from across the room, it might even fool you into thinking that. And that's what I like about this. This has got that aha moment I talk about often on the internet. The aha moment comes when people look at this, step forward, and then realize it's made up of a bunch of figures. And I really like that moment. It's fun to see it happen in real life. When people get up close enough, they go, oh, this isn't a dandelion. This is a bunch of figures in a shape or mandala that looks a lot like a dandelion. And that's what I'm trying to do with my work, is to have that edge where is it just purely decoration, or is there more going on? So the dandelion fits that more than any other piece, and I think that's why it sells so well. The dandelion is normally $205 for this size and shape, but tonight it's on sale for $164. $164, the Dandelion. So this is the last printed piece. This piece is actually printed on acrylic, and I just love the color in this piece. The color is just gorgeous. It's real juicy and pops, and it's still believable in some way. I just like the way this works. The detail, because it's acrylic, is also top shelf. You'll just love looking at this. You can get very close at this and still see what's going on without losing detail or pixelating or anything. It's just gorgeous. Again, I have it hung in a diamond shape because, number one, I always feel it gives these kind of images a little bit more power, and two, it takes up more wall space. This is only a 12 by 12 inch piece, and because it's printed on acrylic, it's kind of expensive. It would normally be $332, but tonight on sale, it's $261. So again, if you want to take up more wall space and use a higher quality print and pay those prices, this is one way around it. Just tilting it into a diamond, and it fills up the wall much better than the small 12 by 12 that you're purchasing. Again, this is called I Love Candy, and it's on sale for $265. So we have one more thing to look at, and that's my sculpture piece, and it's over here in the living room. So we've come to the last item of tonight's show. This item is called the Brookstone Lotus, and she is a brookstone sculpture. That means this sculpture was put together with individual brookstones, layer upon layer, until I got what looks like a beautiful model sitting in the lotus. Now the lotus position is a very powerful position in yoga, and I really think it works really well. She feels very relaxing, and I really like the overall mood of the piece. I think it would look great in the corner of your living room like I have it, or maybe in the corner of a garden, outdoor garden. She's 36 inches by 36 inches tall, about 18 inches deep. She weighs 96 pounds. If you'd like to purchase this tonight, we will talk about how it will be shipped to you. It'll obviously come in a crate, and we will work out the shipping later. So let's get right to the price. The price of this piece is normally $9,100. Tonight it's on sale for $8,280 plus shipping. The Lotus, the Brookstone Lotus, just gorgeous. Just love the colors too. The variation in colors, just wonderful. And I like the texture of this piece too. It's got a very tactile feel to it. You wouldn't think about it being made out of stone, but you know, it's always room temperature, and it just feels really interesting. So, one more thing to do tonight, and that is to pick the winner for the March giveaway. The March giveaway this month was a 4-piece set, and let's go to the kitchen and pick who's the winner. So we've come to the part of the show where I want to make a drawing for the winner of the March free giveaway. The March free giveaway is a 4-set print 1/2-inch foam core, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So with no further ado, let's dig for a winner. Usually there's a lot more names than this, but we had kind of a low month, so your chances to win at home are much higher than they would have been any other month. So the winner is Emma. Her email is EmmaMermaid1313. So Emma, congratulations, you won the set of 4 prints. I will send you an email just after the show tonight, and we'll get your mailing or shipping address and get those shipped off to you as soon as possible. So congratulations to Emma. And so now that's the end of the show. I'm happy that many of you decided to stick it out to the end. I'm going to have another one of these shows in a month, and so hopefully we'll get a few more entries by then, and give away some more beautiful art and sell some art off of my walls onto yours. By the way, if you are on my Facebook site or on the website, please leave a like, leave a message, or join the email list so we can grow the audience and get a doubling effect by the algorithms they use for these things. And I really appreciate it. So again, have a good evening, and thank you for participating.